We're back on Southeast Texas Weekly, and we can't get these folks to stop talking about the missile shield element here. What do you think of the missile shield?
I think that Putin's estimation.
What if you fixed these issues, and then you told the Eastern European nations, you said to Poland, we, NATO, the United States, we will back you, we will support you with a missile shield that now works, and we will make our promises, our full-scale doctrine through NATO.
I'm sure that Putin wouldn't like that if we install some more missiles over there, and he would take offense at it, and he would be concerned about it.
Putin would, yes.
But
the Russians have.
But the thing is if President Obama doesn't have the respect of Putin, in large part it could be because of the fact that the Republicans don't show him any respect, and they badmouth him at every turn.
Yeah, that's
now, if you want your president to be respected, then you need to respect your president first, not say you're lying in the middle of a national
Godfrey.
It is a good argument.
No, it's not really.
Yes, it's an excellent argument.
He made there was a liar comment at the State of the Union.
State of the Union, right?
Putin really does not give a rat's rear end about whether or not there's domestic policy issues in the United States.
No, but
Putin's a little bit more concerned about his domestic policy issues back home with
Putin sees all
Russia
this just like
actually
everybody else
having
does.
major issues with not having any, coming out short of the Cold War, quite frankly. How do you combat that, Kevin? You actually send a message by, I agree with you, we need to restart the missile defense shield. And not only that, I'll go one step further. George W. Bush said that this was supposed to be used for international terrorist defense. Okay, I think we need to be plain honest. This is in case Russia sends the message to the rest of the world by setting off one somewhere.
We need to get the folks
I
out
think
there.
this is a big freaking deal.
At the Skunk Works and Raytheon and all those folks do a little more work on it and get it working right.
Yeah,
okay?
I have no problem with that. So let's get it working
What
right.
else would you do, Jeff? What else would you do?
Okay, secondly, all right, once we send that message, okay, we have an immediate problem. There's invading troops into Crimea. Okay, we need to, this came about because Ukraine was sending very, very strong messages about the possibility of one day joining NATO. Mm-hmm. That's the thing that Russia is most definitely concerned about. And this government that disposed, the government that was opposed was actually talking about doing it.
The people of Crimea don't, because they're
Western
ethnic
Ukraine
Russian.
wants it. Eastern Ukraine doesn't,
yes,
because
Eastern
it's
is
highly
ethnic
Russian by about 60%.
Let Putin have them, okay? Let's just talk about the Ukraine.
Let's give them more land. They'll be okay.
That does.
If those people want to be Russian, let them be Russian.
It does sound like an appeasement, though.
Well, not really. Iraq.
Keep talking.
When we took Iraq apart, we should have realized that Iraq was going to split into 3 groups eventually, and it will.
Yeah.
The Kurds wanted their freedom, but of course the Turks didn't want it. So there's always these geopolitical problems you run into.
So you're okay with the Crimea being an independent sovereign state and then choosing to merge with Russia?
Yes,
on its
no
own?
problem with me. That's what they want. But the Ukrainians want freedom. They want democracy, and they want to be attached to the European Union.
Is it really what the Crimeans want, or are they really more interested in
I think they really
domestic elements trying to, start a little bit of a commotion that's with the support of the Russian government?
I don't know enough about that to be speaking.
We have some distinct questions about whether or not.
I think the Crimeans want to be a part of Russia.
Finally, let me just open this idea of the races. Jamie Smith really ran a great race, an extraordinary race by these numbers. I'll open the floor for you gentlemen to speak as you wish on some of the things that surprised you, maybe left you scratching your head even.
I really was pulling for my friend, Stanley Hatcher.
Okay.
I really was. I was surprised he didn't win. But Jamie did run an excellent race. He's a good man. I like him.
Any thoughts on the races? The races on Tuesday night. Have any thoughts about the primers?
I didn't think there were really all that many real surprises, other than that Babin did so well in 36. I think that sends a strong message towards this area being autonomous from Houston. I know that there's a lot of elements on both sides of the aisle that try to gerrymander everything to where it tries to set our area from really being more dependent on Houston from a legislative standpoint. I think it's a shame that 12 candidates in that race, 10 of them are from Houston area. I don't like that.
But don't you think that diluted the vote in Houston? Because there's so many. If there had only been 2 or 3 candidates there, probably one of them would have won.
Yeah, but I mean, let's be in the end. I mean, in the runoff, I mean, you're looking at the Houston area having to whip hand on that regardless. I mean, 20 other candidates taking 2% each isn't going to really
But it
help us
also
out that
says
much.
a lot about, possibly it says a tremendous amount about the number of votes coming, the energized base of, say, Orange County
I'd
with
say,
7,500
I'd say Jefferson and
votes,
Orange County are
7,000,
probably more
10,000
active than
10,000
that part of
votes.
Houston.
It all has now.
I'd agree,
Yeah.
and I think in
Yeah.
the end, I think it was really good for us, and I'm looking forward to seeing how that runoff turns out.
We've got to run. We told them we'd cut them off this week,
That's
and
right.
look how well it's worked. You guys
we
were-
behaved ourselves,
You
huh?
were fantastic,
You behaved
yeah.
yourself.
But I like this new system. Let's keep it. We'll be back with more on Southeast Texas Weekly. We'll talk politics.
See y'all next
We'll
week.
hit it hard again in 2 weeks. We'll see you then.
Southeast Texas Weekly, brought to you by the Modern Vein Surgery Institute at Privilege Clinic for Surgical Care.